Life by Baha'u'llah. Know then that life hath a twofold meaning. The first pertaineth to the appearance of man in an elemental body, and is as manifest to thine eminence and to others as the midday sun. This life cometh to an end with physical death, which is a God-ordained and inescapable reality. That life, however, which is mentioned in the books of the prophets and the chosen ones of God, is the life of knowledge. That is to say, the servant's recognition of the sign of the splendors wherewith he who is the source of all splendor hath himself invested him, and his certitude of attaining unto the presence of God through the manifestations of his cause. This is that blessed and everlasting life that perisheth not. Whosoever is quickened thereby shall never die, but will endure as long as his Lord and Creator will endure. The first life, which pertaineth to the elemental body, will come to an end, as hath been revealed by God. Every soul shall taste of death. But the second life, which ariseth from the knowledge of God, knoweth no death, as hath been revealed aforetime. Him will we surely quicken to a blessed life. And in another passage concerning the martyrs, nay, they are alive and sustained by their Lord. And from the traditions, he who is a true believer liveth both in this world and in the world to come. Numerous examples of similar words are to be found in the books of God and of the embodiments of his justice. For the sake of brevity, however, we have contented ourselves with the above passages. O my brother, forsake thine own desires, turn thy face unto thy Lord, and walk not in the footsteps of those who have taken their corrupt inclinations for their God, that perchance thou mayest find shelter in the heart of existence, beneath the redeeming shadow of him who traineth all names and attributes. For they who turn away from their Lord in this day are in truth accounted amongst the dead, though to outward seeming they may walk upon the earth, amongst the deaf, though they may hear, and amongst the blind, though they may see, as hath been clearly stated by him who is the Lord of the day of reckoning. Hearts have they with which they understand not, and eyes have they with which they see not. They walk the edge of a treacherous bank, and tread the brink of a fiery abyss. They partake not of the billows of this surging and treasure-laden ocean, but disport themselves with their own idle words. In this connection, we will relate unto thee that which was revealed of old concerning life, that perchance it may turn thee away from the promptings of self, deliver thee from the narrow confines of thy prison in this gloomy plain, and aid thee to become of them that are guided aright in the darkness of this world. He saith, and he, verily, speaketh the truth. Shall the dead whom we have quickened, and for whom we have ordained a light whereby he may walk amongst men, be like him whose likeness is in the darkness, whence he will not come forth? This verse was revealed with respect to Hamzi and Abu Jahl, the former of whom was a believer, whilst the latter disbelieved. Most of the pagan leaders mocked and derided it, were agitated and clamored. How did Hamzi die? And how was he restored to his former life? Were ye to examine carefully the verses of God, ye would find many such statements recorded in the book. Would that pure and stainless hearts could be found, that I might impart unto them a sprinkling from the oceans of knowledge which my Lord hath bestowed upon me, so that they may soar in the heavens even as they walk upon the earth, and speed over the waters even as they course the land, and that they may take up their souls in their hands, and lay them down in the path of their Creator. Howbeit, leave hath not been granted to divulge this mighty secret. Indeed, it hath been from everlasting a mystery enshrined within the treasuries of his power, and a secret concealed within the repositories of his might, lest his faithful servants forsake their own lives in the hope of attaining this most great station in the realms of eternity. Nor shall they who wander in this oppressive darkness ever attain unto it. O my brother, at every juncture we have restated our theme, that all that hath been recorded in these verses may, by the leave of God, be made clear unto thee, and that thou mayest become independent of those who are plunged in the darkness of self, and who tread the valley of arrogance and pride, and be of them that move within the paradise of everlasting life. Say, O people, the tree of life hath verily been planted in the heart of the heavenly paradise, and bestoweth life in every direction. How can ye fail to perceive and recognize it? It will, in truth, aid thee to grasp all that this well-assured soul hath disclosed unto thee of the presence of the divine mysteries. The dove of holiness warbleth in the heaven of immortality, and admonisheth thee to arrange thyself with a new vesture, wrought of steel, to shield thee from the shafts of doubt concealed in the illusions of men, saying, Except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of God. That which is born of the flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the Spirit is spirit. Marvel not that I said unto thee, Ye must be born again. Wing then thy flight unto this divine tree, and partake of its fruits. Gather up that which hath fallen therefrom, and guard it faithfully. Meditate then upon the utterance of one of the prophets, as he intimated to the souls of men, through veiled allusions and hidden symbols, the glad tidings of the one who was to come after him, that thou mayest know of a certainty that their words are inscrutable to all save those who are endued with an understanding heart. He saith, His eyes were as a flame of fire, and brass-like were his feet, and out of his mouth goeth a two-edged sword. How could these words be literally interpreted? Were anyone to appear with all these signs, he would assuredly not be human. And how could any soul seek his company? Nay, should he appear in one city, even the inhabitants of the next would flee from him, nor would any soul dare approach him. Yet, shouldst thou reflect upon these statements, thou wouldst find them to be of such surpassing eloquence and clarity as to mark the loftiest heights of utterance and the epitome of wisdom. Methinks it is from them that the suns of eloquence have appeared, and the stars of clarity have dawned forth and shone resplendent.